Welcome back, folks, to Super Metroid. Now, we just finished some sequence breaking to grab the Spazer, and you were going to say something about that, Ev?
Yeah, this is the only sequence breaking that I do, mostly because it's the only one I can do.
Okay.
But I just like have the weapon early
Yeah.
on.
It, as you can see, it gives you a much wider range of shot. It actually, every beam power-up you get in this game, I believe, they all increase your damage by like one factor. So that's always good. Now we're gonna head
Including
through.
the ice beam?
I think so. Super missile to break through this wall, and here we come to our buddy. We call him Melvin, I think.
Melvin? Yeah, I think so.
Melvin the Melty Martian. And
yeah.
I've seen people that can jump up there. What's that?
I think he was in the Metroid Zero mission, one of the bosses.
Okay.
He just sort of melted through the... I think, I'm not 100% sure. I hope so, because that'd be pretty funny.
Yeah, well, the way some of the Metroid bosses in history tend to go down, a melting enemy does make sense. So, as you can see, I couldn't quite jump up to Melvin's area there. I've seen some people that can actually do a perfect wall jump and get up there ahead of time, but again, sadly, I'm not quite that skilled myself. But if we come down here into, what is this, Norfair? Yes.
Norfair Fire Zone? Yeah.
Yep, the Norfair Fire Zone. If you come through this door here, blow that missile door open, it's going to lead us to another power-up that I've seen people that can beat the game without it. But for the purposes of a basic playthrough, I'm going to grab it. As you see, I just grabbed another energy tank there, so that makes 2 in total. But, more importantly, come into this room, and another Chozo statue is going to hand us a nice little item there. I'm trying to show that I don't need it, but I do. The high jump boots. Normally you can't jump out of this area without them, but let's do a wall jump. Woohoo!
Yeah. So once you get it, you can do it without it.
Yeah. That's the high jump boost that gave me the confidence to do it, you see. And another missile power-up. This thing had like 3 good power-ups. Well, good in, whatever. Missiles are missiles.
Everybody missiles.
Yeah. But wait a minute, the door's locked. Yes, this is another kill everything in the room locked door. Of course, get hit by him first of all. I didn't think he was going to be that close. But the rest of the area here in Norfair is, the temperature is too hot and we don't have the proper suit to protect us. This is still Samus's basic, power suit. We're going to go off further into Brinstar. Yeah, it seems to have like the round shoulder pads. The football shoulders, as I call them. But we're going to blow our way through here again. Now we can jump up to Melvin. Hey, buddy. We're going to head on further into Brinstar. The Varia Suit power-up is further on here. Yes, you see the Spazer. Now I'm killing these Google Eye guys in one shot. It was taking 2 before, so that is a power-up. Charging up 2, gives us more power. Kills these guys in one shot now. Whereas before, I think it only broke their wings off. I love how the power-ups stack in this. Like, I also liked it in Metroid Prime where each beam was its own beam, right? You switch from wave to ice to plasma. That's cool too, but having the beams all stacked like that, although it doesn't really make logical sense, it's still pretty cool. Like how, plasma is like a superheated beam. How exactly do you, mix fire with ice?
Magic.
Yeah. And here we have a bunch of needles flying at us. Are we fighting Needle Man? What's going on?
This is looks exactly like the 8-bit NES.
Well, with updated graphics, or the stage, yeah, with updated graphics. And there's Kraid! Wow, he was easier than the original game. Huh. Looks like he can't quite stand up to the test of time. Come up this way, we're getting a nice little super missile door, which leads us to a missile and energy recharge. Jam the gun in, Samus. Do your thing. And
Does it charge up super missiles?
Nope. So that only gave me 1 missile back, but it was so worth it. That 1 missile could save your life. Probably not, though. Now here we come to a dead corpse of somebody, and there's some question as to, who is that guy? Obviously it's somebody that can't destroy a single eye on a wall that doesn't move. We'll talk more about him afterwards, but, whoops. There's a super missile wasted. Okay, those are spikes, don't want to touch those. But then we can't leave the... What the heck? What's happening? Earthquake! This, folks...
Random rocks around.
Yep, this, folks, is the real Kraid. He's got a significant size increase from the first game. And he also has a significant increase in life, considering he died in the first game.
Yeah.
But then so did Ridley, and he's back, so I guess we're not supposed to question it that much. This fight is... It's almost a bit of an endurance run here, like... You're not going to dodge everything flying at him. He's got those little claws flying around. He shoots the spike belly blasts out of his stomach. I don't know what you call those.
I like how they're actually platforms you can land on.
Yeah. So the trick is you can only hurt him in the mouth, but you got to shoot him in the eye to make him roar. And he puts his hand up here and there to block you. Woo! Just like that, you can land on those platforms. Ow!
Or you get hit by them.
Yep.
Either or.
It's a multi-purpose platform.
Yep.
Wall jump for good measure.
Wonder why he doesn't run out of fingers, or are those just nails?
I'm going to assume magic again. I hate those things. Wall jump, but I love the wall jump. Okay, you know what? This fight's been going on long enough. Kind of take him down. Eat super missile.
That's a nice finisher.
I could have ended the fight much quicker, but I wanted to show it off a little bit more, because back in the day, this was like one of the most impressive fights to date. Like, this giant, huge... The bad guy's not even one screen. He fills up so much. I love that. Just like I love the Varia Suit. What's that?
I like the big dramatic animation for the Varia Suit. The big flash of light.
Yeah. Now, the funny thing is about the... I'll mention more about the Varia Suit in a second, but... Now, this guy, we've actually talked about it, you and me, Ev. Now, you said that back in the day, there was a Nintendo Power comic of Super Metroid, right?
Right.
Wasn't there a character in that Dial of Kraid that nobody seems to like?
Right, there's a bounty hunter character that was supposedly a rival of Samus's, just like a competitor, basically.
Yeah.
And
like a friendly rival.
Yeah.
Okay.
A big shot. They made him out to be a big shot hero and making Samus look like a moron, basically. I didn't like him. Nobody did.
I think
Nintendo Power commented on him later on, didn't they?
I'm not sure. All I know is between you and me and maybe other people in the world, we just assume that dead corpse is that guy.
Yeah.
Good enough. Now, I was going to say about the Varia Suit. I never understood where the name came from, but from what I've read and from what I understand, it's actually a translation error. It was the Varia Suit was originally in the NES Metroid. That's where it first came from. But in Japanese, the name is supposed to mean barrier suit, so it's like a barrier against heat. But due to translations, sometimes the letter B sounds like the letter V, out in English language. That's where the name Varia Suit came from.
Yeah, that's neat.
I think that's true because it sounds pretty plausible. Like I know in Dragon Ball Z, the character Vegeta, sometimes I see his name is translated as Vegeta. So, unless people just don't know how to spell, then it makes sense. But now that we have the Barrier Suit, or Varia Suit, I can sequence break there. I love that jump up and quick morph ball move. There is another way to get through that room, but I just like that quicker. But now you'll see that this room normally would be overheating me if I didn't have the Varia Suit. Fortunately, now I can survive it, no problem. Now the good thing with the charge beam... What's that?
Oh, these guys make a return from the original 8-bit one.
Oh, yes.
All these enemies. They look a lot better now. But...
Because these, I don't know if these fire guys probably have a different name, but they're basically just like the zoomers that we've already seen.
I don't even think they have a different name.
Oh, maybe they are just zoomers then. Fire zoomers. Now there's the seahorses that can levitate in space, in the sky. I remember you commented about that, like, they're rising up before the lava's even there. It's probably just because I'm burning through the room too quick. But with the charge beam, you can do what they call like a pseudo screw attack. Screw attack is something Samus gets at one point in the game where, as she somersaults in the air, she can just basically tear through any enemy she comes across. If you have a charge beam charged up and you do like a flipping jump, you're basically using screw attack at that point, but if you hit something, the charge goes away. So it's a one-time use. And that's the thing about Samus's jumps too, like you'll see sometimes I do like a simple straight up hop, or a spinning flip. If you do a spinning flip, then she's always going to be moving in the direction she's facing, but if you do a regular hop, you have better control over where she lands. So if you're trying to do some really tricky jumps, you might want to keep that in mind. So we got some more places in Norfair we gotta check out. I can't quite recall the next thing we had to go for. I think we need to get the wave beam, because you see this door here. The blue switch to activate it is on the other side of the wall itself. So we're gonna need a beam that can shoot through walls, and that would be the wave beam. So let's check out what's down here instead. Now you're gonna say something too about her morph ball ability, right? Where that came from?
Right, they were inspired by the... Well, I read somewhere that they were inspired by the movie Aliens, and they wanted to have the main character crawl through, like, effectively air ducts and have that going, but they couldn't quite get the animation, so they decided it was easier to make her turn into a ball and roll through the small corridors. So
basically it was their lack of wanting to learn to program properly that gave us the morph ball. Hey.
Yeah, but they actually did go back in Zero Mission and make a sequence where Samus is crawling through. When she loses her suit.
Yeah, when she loses the suit, then they had no choice really, because how would a regular human? Although even when you do like the Justin Bailey code in the original, even non-suit Samus does the morph ball.
Oh, that's just a special bonus thing that they can do.
I just think that she's like really just a contortionist in real life. I mean, she was raised by the Chozo. She has Chozo blood. She's got to have some special abilities. But as we get through this earthquakey room, we head off and we'll see you next time.